I want you to imagine you are having Sunday dinner with your family, and then all of a sudden you hear on your front door, bang, bang, police, probation check, open up. If you open that door right now, you or a loved one may not be coming back. That man outside, he's likely not probation. He's likely an ICE officer or any type of police officer. And in 2026, they are legally allowed to lie to your face to get you to open that door and come outside. Today, we are talking about two of the most dangerous situations people might ever face at their front door. The boot in the door tactic and lies federal agents such as ICE are using to get people to open up their door and to come outside. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact words to say to keep the police outside and yourself out of handcuffs. Now, the most basic rule is never open your door blind. We are trained by society to be polite, and when someone knocks, walk over, open that door. I'm telling you right now, those days are done. Do not open your door unless you know exactly who is on the other side of it. You can use your Ring camera, you can use a peephole, you can use the window at the side, whatever. Do never open the door blind. Never do that. And teach your children that. Let your guests know when they come inside, hey, we don't open the door for strangers. Please, don't open the door blind. You have no duty to do that. I would even argue, unless you call 911 requesting the police to come, don't open the door, period, if law enforcement on the other side. In fact, if you do not open the door for law enforcement, 99% of the problems you might have will never come about because there's going to be no accidental assaults, no plain view searches, no, hey, I thought I saw something illegal, I had to go inside. Just don't open the door. Pretty simple, right? Because as soon as you do open the door and there's law enforcement on the other side, they're going to say something just like this. Sir, can you step outside? You see that? They want you out of the home and on the porch. Why? Because the moment you step outside, you lose the castle doctrine protections. Inside your home, you are the king. Outside, you're just a pedestrian they can detain. Now, some of y'all are thinking to yourself, well, Mark, what if they have a warrant? Don't I have to let them in? Well, if they have a warrant, well, they can bust the door down if it's signed by a judge. You still don't have to let them in. In fact, what happened to the Minnesota lawmakers last year, when the person pretending to be a police officer came and assaulted, and even worse than that to them, they opened the door thinking it was a police officer. It wasn't. I bet they wish they had not opened that door. But let's talk about warrants real quick, particularly in regards to ICE agents. Now, there are two types of warrants ICE agents might have. There is a judicial warrant, and this is signed by a judge. If they have this, they don't need your permission to come on in. They can break that door down, and they will. Now, there's also an ICE administrative warrant. Now, this is signed by not a judge, but an ICE agent. This ICE administrative warrant, that's trash when it comes to entering your home. It does not give them the right to enter your home without your consent. They know this. That's why they use what I call Trojan horse ruses to get you to open the door voluntarily. Well, Mark, what are these Trojan horse ruses? Well, we're going to talk about them. There's 5 that I'm seeing, and I don't like any of them. We're going to talk about them pretty briefly. I'll make this video 45 minutes long. Number 1, the probation check. Probation, bang, bang, probation. We're doing a compliance check. Open up. Listen, if you hear that on your door, you do not need to open your door. Don't. If you want to be polite, you can say, hey, I'm not opening the door. If you have a judge-signed warrant, slide it under the door or hold up to the window. Now, they use probation or police business because it sounds official. But unless the warrant is signed by a judge, you're not consenting to entry. If you open up the door, it's likely they're going to stick a boot in there. And then once the boot's in there, they're going to say, I saw something suspicious. I thought someone was in danger. I had to enter the home because who knows? They're going to make up lies if they want to. And that's the saddest part. Plain view doctrine allows them to say they saw things and they suspected things, and they're getting away with it. Please do not open that door because you don't want to be in a situation where they're sticking the foot inside and they're seeing inside. They might even say they saw someone they know to be a suspect and they had to go inside. Who knows? Don't open that door because once they stick that boot in there and they can see inside, they can make up whatever lie they want. Trojan horse ruse number 2. The Good Samaritan is what I call it. And so basically you have an officer, bang, bang. Hey, we're the police. We found Jose's wallet next to the car. We'd like to return it to him. Open up so we can give it to you. Sounds good. Who doesn't want a lost wallet, right? Wait a second. Think about this. If they do that, again, don't have to open the door. You can pretend they're not even there. If you want to be polite, you can say something along the lines of, please leave it on the porch and walk away. I'm not opening the door. It's very likely they're not being helpful. They're being tactical. Again, they want the door open. Don't open the door. Tell them to leave it on the porch. If they refuse to leave it, well, guess what? It's not about the wallet. And they may start saying something along the lines of, I can't hear you through the door. Open it so I can hear you. Or I have to get the ID of the person we give it to. I can't just leave a wallet here. The ID's in the wallet. Don't fall for these tricks. Don't. Just avoid them. Again, don't even open the door. Trojan horse ruse number 3. The witness trap. We're investigating a serious crime nearby, and we think someone inside might be a witness. Can you open the door so we can talk? Listen. Again. What? It's nonsense, but it's working. There's reports of this working because people want to be helpful. People want to do good in society, and I get it. Totally get it. Again, simply state, I'm not answering any questions. Please contact my attorney. And again, this is where good people trip up. But there are reports of ICE using misleading claims specifically to get you to open the door. And once it's open, everything in that house is a target and subject to plain view doctrine. Please keep that door shut. Now, Trojan horse ruse number 4. The photo bait. Officers will hold up a photo to the Ring doorbell camera, to the peephole. Is this guy here? We have a tip he's hiding in this house. Just open up so we can confirm it's not him and we'll be out of your hair. Again, you don't have to even acknowledge they're there. If you want to be polite, you can state through the closed door, I'm not opening the door. I do not consent to entry. If you have a judge-signed warrant, show it through the window. This is the proving evidence trap. They know the guy isn't there, so you feel safe, open the door to show them. Don't do that because, again, once the door is open, anything in plain view can become subject to them searching the house, pulling people out, and guess what? With plain view, as long as objectively correct, they have an argument saying it was legal, even if there was nothing inside. Please don't subject yourself to that. Now, Trojan horse ruse number 5. This one is specifically they're not supposed to use, but they are using it in some instances. They'll say something like, gas leak is not dangerous to be in there. Everyone needs to come out. Again, they're not supposed to do that, but there are some reports of them doing that. If they do say that, you simply say, I'm calling the fire department myself to confirm. I am not opening the door. Real utility workers will wait for the fire department. ICE agents, well, they're not going to. If you hear emergency, call 911 yourself. Do not let a stranger in a vest trick you into opening your door. Now, let's say you messed up, you did open your door, and suddenly there is a boot between the door and the door frame, and you cannot shut it. If your instinct is to shove that door, or kick the foot out, or do some sort of violence to that foot, do not do that. In many states, even if the police officer is wrong, shoving that door can get you charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. And you might win that case maybe a year or 2 years from now, but you likely are going to be in jail for a little bit, definitely overnight, if you do violence on a police officer's foot, even if they're not supposed to be inside. Instead, step back, make your hands visible, and use these exact words. I do not consent to your entry. I do not consent to a search. I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And again, if that door is in there and they claim to have a warrant, simply state, show it to me, and you use these words too. I do not consent to a search beyond the scope of that warrant. Again, do not use violence against federal agents, ICE agents, police officers, anything. That is a fight you're not going to win, and it will be bad for you. Now, when police are at your door, your best weapon isn't often your deadbolt, it's your phone. I want you to record everything. Record the interaction, the badges. If they say they have a warrant, try to record that warrant. Try to record everything. Remember, your home is your castle, but only if you stay inside. If you leave that castle, well, you're just somebody on the street, even if it's your front yard. You have so much protection inside your home, you should do everything except use force against a law enforcement officer. If anybody watching this thinks that I'm anti-law enforcement, that's incorrect. I am pro-freedom. And I don't like the idea of police going door to door, tricking people into opening up that door. Now, if you've watched this video this far, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment. Let me know if you agree with ICE's actions. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you don't like me. Let me know if you think my advice is trash. I'm okay. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. I also want to emphasize, I am a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. You need to research your state laws regarding all the things we talked about. You need to have a lawyer on standby. Everybody watching this video this long should have a lawyer's number in their cell phone, so if things go south, they know how to reach out. I sincerely believe that, Research, find someone you know, like, and trust in your state. That is super important. If you are facing charges in Indiana, I encourage you to give me a call, 317-632-3642. Me and my team would love to talk to you about your options and figure out how to best proceed in your case. But most importantly, and I believe this with my entire heart and being, remember to always plead the fifth.